myself away, away, away. I cause myself away, away. I cause myself
Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below.
Welcome to Bahrain, everyone. I am Curtis Kenyon. Alongside with me is Austin Knight. How you doing, Austin?
Hello, hello. Welcome under the lights here in the desert, here in Bahrain. Everyone here at the American League is just super awesome to be here right now, and I'm really pumped to see today's race.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, this one is already proven to be an exciting one in different regions here, other than just America. The AOR round 2 of the season 16 F1 series is set to be pretty much, well, awesome, let's put it that way. And it's going to really require drivers to keep their concentration as they navigate all 15 turns of this, well, what is it, 5.4 kilometer circuit? So yeah, 3.36 miles for us Yanks, if you will.
Yes, it is a pretty well-rounded track. A lot of sweeping corners, not a lot of hairpins. They only got three hairpins on this corner. On this course, the opening turns, turn 8 and turn 9 and 10. Very interesting spots to watch any moves. Also a high place for overtake is also turn 4. Those are the main turns to be watching out for in today's race.
We're going to come down to how the drivers can navigate a very tricky track, a couple of bumps here and there, and a very significant S section that requires some downshifting and just general skill of making sure you get through there in an efficient fashion.
Yes, it is a track of two tails, really. All high-speed corners, but it was just massive amounts of runoff, so you don't really have to worry about any cars hitting walls and just launching straight off the track. There are little points like that, but the main factor this track has is tire wear. You really want to be looking after your tires this race. The main strategy would be super soft, soft, or soft medium tires. A one stop is very dangerous to go for the super soft tires. It will pay off if you do know how to manage your tires, but if you do not, it will likely end in a puncture, which you don't want.
Definitely don't want, though. We got a hot lap here coming up pretty quick. Medium softs
Evo.
and super softs are available for use today, but Evo is the guy who brought in our hot lap. As we take a look at the track itself, 5.412 kilometers, 3.36 miles, 2 DRS zones, and honestly just a fantastic track with 15 turns. Herman Tilke designed, obviously one of his better tracks, at least in my opinion. But hot lap coming up here. Welcome to Sakhir, Bahrain. I am Ninja Rabbit here to take you on the hot lap of the Sakhir International Circuit. This is CRG Evo on the Xbox One. He won the last round at Australia here at AOR. Turn 1, very, very sharp off of the pit straight. Lots of passing opportunities here, and 30 meters wide on the track here. 2 and 3 taken flat out. A little bit of a lift here in true to get you down the front straight. Turn 4. Passing opportunity there, a switchback, and another wide part of the track. Drivers will be taking the whole thing. Left, right, and left here through the S section. Gotta be careful to not cut the track or leave the track in any fashion. Cut it right down. Turn 7 and 8. And now 9 and 10. Double corner, got to watch the bump there on the inside of turn 10, a very, very slow section of the track, but with DRS, they ramp it all the way up. 8th gear grabbed before the sweeper in turn 11, got to brake and turn at the same time, and in the same section of corners, you must accelerate out. For 12 and 13, you cut it down just a little bit. 4th gear, get the best exit you can down a very, very long straight. Crank it all the way up, running low downforce for most cars. The slipstream becomes very important here as another passing section here for turn 14. A very exciting track here at Bahrain. And a fantastic lap here by CRG Evo. Enjoy the race, everyone. Here we are back live here at Bahrain. Just taking some time for some qualifications, Austin.
Yeah, most of the guys are just doing some sighting laps, really, and some drivers have set a lap, some haven't, some set a pretty okay pace, but they weren't happy with it, and most of them are just sitting in the pits right now. But currently, we have some idiot and Fluffy Dave sitting on the front row, some idiot actually just light years ahead of everyone else. The only 126 time, we were expecting some 126s, maybe a low 126 to take pole, but everyone's really just sitting in the 127 range today.
I'll be honest with you, I kind of expected some faster times on this one, but that's
there
all right.
are 9 minutes remaining.
There is 9 minutes remaining. I was just about to say that, and you know, they want to kind of rubber in the track a little bit more possibly, and maybe make a couple of changes as they move on down here. We're going to actually go on board here with some idiot just to get a view, or his view, of the track.
Some idiot taking it nice. He's got Kingy AV in there. Bit of lockup going into turn 1, heading into turn 2, but he's just navigating that really well. And a little bit of a corner cut right there. He's got a yellow flag. That's Kingy. Just being a good guy right there. Heading into turn 4, lots of overtakes have been happening all weekend long across all AOR leagues in that turn, so that's always a spot to look out. And the 5, 6, 7 S's, very nice into turn 8. May see some risky overtakes coming in here, maybe a bit of a hot zone. Heading over the crest into turn 9, 10. Lots of brakes. Brake issues will be held here. Lots of lockups, maybe a few incidents. I've seen some amazing crashes. But yeah, there's a bit of a full rev bug going on.
Yeah, just a little bit, but everyone kind of knows about that one and makes his way up the hill. This is one of the most complex parts of the circuit. You have to be accelerating, turning, decelerating, and braking, and downshifting, everything. You got to do it all in a matter of 3 corners just to get a decent exit out of there and keep your time down. Coming through. Could be setting a time here. Yes, he is. Good, 126.2.
That's a new pole.
That's a good
126.2.
That's a
very.
That's good. That's good.
Well, he's 0.8 seconds ahead of second place, so it's the only guy in 126 up. Well, as I say that, Triton just sits a 126.9, but something is just sitting up there, just kicked up his feet, may crack open a beer of some sort.
Just gonna place the cup holder on the halo. That's what it's for.
Yeah. I don't know what the aerodynamic impacts of that would be, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be good.
You know, did it right in the center there and let the center post there just kind of block it. It'll be all right. Although, you know, Venturi effect might suck all the beer out of the can and right into the intake. That might not be a good thing. Maybe don't do that.
Also very... Oh, Animus hops up into second with a 126.7. Great lap from the Ferrari driver, who's definitely looked for a improvement on his racecraft after round 1 and that incident. Also, interesting story, Raven is apparently... Oh, he's still in the pits, but apparently he set his time on soft tires.
Oh.
That is a very interesting story.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should start seeing everyone from 11th down to be doing some lap practice on the soft tires to improve on their lap quality and tire life. Because remember, this track is very heavy on the rear tires. You will see a lot of punctures if some by bizarre reasons, like near the end of your tire life, your back wheels will just be paper and they might blow if you did not manage your tires correctly.
And a lot of that comes down to how you take those sweeping corners, as well as the S's. The direction change can really heat up the tires quite quickly. And if you're not paying attention, it can really mess some things up. We're watching Animus, though, go through said sweepers.
Yeah, a car ahead of him just got really wide. I believe that was the Red Bull. He's on a warm-up lap, but his car went straight on. out of turn 13.
What better way to warm up your tires than to just go onto the most abrasive surface on the track?
Yeah. Animus is just pulling him in. But a car on a flying flyer lap right now is Fluffy Dave. He is currently in turns 5, 6, and 7 on those S's. Fluffy Dave was driving for a different team last week. He's now driving for Renault. He is a reserve driver in this league, and he's sitting up there in 4th. So if he continues his performance, he might upgrade that reserve contract to an actual full-time contract with us. So that might be very interesting to see him in all the races, but he's definitely putting up performance. He finished 4th last race, right?
I believe so, yeah. He put in quite the performance. Kept his nose clean, did a really good job of just making the way around Australia, but Bahrain is a whole different animal, especially here under the lights. Make sure that he does the exact same thing, and honestly, he's looking really stable right now. It's fantastic.
Yeah, he is. He's looking very good. He is a very stable driver. Doesn't take a lot of risks, but when he does see a option, he will take it. He opens up DRS across the line. No improvement, just barely slower than his fast lap, 0.116.
So 4th place, very respectable.
That is a very wonderful name, as we are already having some people retire from the session. They haven't left, they've just retired. They aren't happy with their laps, or they just don't have enough tires left, because we saw that in the F2 race earlier today, where a Williams driver went into the pits after a collision, after he got onto medium tires from super soft tires, in the soft tires. Goes into the pits for a pair of another softs, but didn't have another pair of softs, and they put him on his older pair of soft tires, which already had 12 laps done on him. He was not very happy about that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Come on, crew guys, what are you doing?
Yeah.
God.
Have one job. You don't use the soft tires that look like crap. Jeez.
E driver, my goodness. But yeah, 126.2 is very strong here, coming out from some idiot. We're winding down the time here in qualifying.
Yeah, only 4 cars are in the 126s. Top 6, all within a second of the leader, so I guess that'll be the fight between them.
We just saw a massive corner cut. Yeah, Fluffy Dave's just going to dive into the pits here. That was interesting. I don't know why he cut the corner there. He's going to go ahead and go into the pits.
Probably did it for the memes, since he didn't have to use those tires anymore. Just, he's already set this time on the other lap that he did, so that lap was much slower. So let's go to Mund, actually, Mercedes driver, as he's coming through the first few corners right now on his flying lap with 2 minutes to go. Entering and exiting turn 4, heading into turn 5, 6, and 7. Mund is very determined to get a high qualifying position, and P3 is looking open right now. If he just gets all these corners and ties them neatly together, but that lockup on the front left is not what he needed.
And there's that bump that we mentioned in the hot lap. You have to be careful of that. It will unsettle the car, especially if you have it set way too low. Bottom it out, you'll just spin it right around.
Yeah, on most racecrafts, also you see those curves. You don't want to be on those curves in that turn. Luckily, he did not spin out, because those curves will upset your car as well.
Just like that.
Yeah, just shoot you off the track. And yeah, he just got his lap invalidated. He has a minute left, so he does have a chance to get going again, but that's already a lap on these super soft tires.
No, they're just getting warmed up. Come on, man. Don't give up yet. What are you doing?
He's heading to the pits. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think he could have went in and just ran the next lap just to see what would happen more than anything else.
Yeah, well, seeing what happened is what some idiot's doing. He's half a second ahead of Animus in second place, and he's looking on a rocket of a lap with 30 seconds to go. He's on the back straight, heading into turn 14 and 15. May look like one turn, but it's actually 2. I just found about this today. Opens up DRS down the straight. Does he improve his time? No, he doesn't. All right, let's see what Animus does down in third place. Also, Raven came out of nowhere, set a lap in second. The Ferrari powerhouse sitting in second and third as Animus coming down the back straight with his DRS wide open as the timer hits 0.
We'll go on board with Animus just to
Whoa.
get an idea as to how he's doing.
What a line from Animus. He was just completely on the inside, actually cut the track and everything, but he's not he's still pushing. Let's see where he ends up. Will he jump his teammate? Will he get pole? He's got one last corner. Oh, he slides it. That is a lap ruined, but he's going to finish it out anyway. That's a 126.
That's an
679.
That's an improvement,
Man,
actually. He was on a roll.
If he didn't have that spin on the last corner, that would have been pole.
Yeah. No, seriously. If he was able to keep that together in that very last corner, he would have been able to do it for sure. That's insane.
Wow.
Blinding lap there. It's unfortunate.
Blinding lap. Sad. Oh, we got a collision with Max KZR Racing, as he had a collision with his teammate of Heineken. Let's look at Heineken. Heineken. Oh, that's a very unfortunate for Red Bull. Max KZR Racing has had an incident with his teammate who's going really slow across the track. I guess he's just on a slow lap. He's on 3-lap old Super Softs.
And said that he retired from the session too, so.
Yeah, he just dropped out, but that is
That's very weird.
that is a very interesting development from Max KZR Racing.
Oh, they'll have to figure that out quickly, though, as time begins to wind down here in qualifying. Everybody running back to the pits or trying to set a better time.
Yeah, the only one out on a lap right now is nope. Everyone's going into
Everyone's
pits. Yeah, gentleman's going to the pits, and there is your qualifying session for Bahrain. It's Summit in on top, followed by the Ferraris of Raven and Animus. Triton in fourth, Fluffy Dave in fifth.
Mud coming in for 6th place. Kingy coming in for 7th. Heineken, we just saw that little bit of penalty there on his teammate, Max KZR, in 8th and 9th. Intergalactic Gentleman taking 10th place. Not bad.
And Flaff taking 11th place, but he'll be improved up to 10th with Max's penalty. Sharkbait 98 taking 12th, followed by J-Boy, Z3, well, Smiley, Z3 Mikey, and this is a loading screen.
Yes, it is.
Yes. As we've already had a retirement. Looks like Altsny will not probably start this unless he can get directly back in there, but once again, your qualifying results: Summit, Raven, Animus, Triton, Fluffy Dave, Mund, Kingy AV, Heineken, Max Racing, who will start in 9th place, but no, he'll not start in 9th place. He will start in 14th place, I believe.
I believe so, too. Yeah, +5 position.
Yes. Intergalactic Gentleman, Flaff, that'll complete your top 10, followed by Sharkbait, J-Boy, Mikey, then Max Racing, and here we are again. We'll find out on the formation lap. Why do the math when the game can figure it out for you?
Exactly. That right there is the key. But honestly, you can already tell these guys are already pushing it to the limit. This track finds your limits and then pushes them when you try to go any faster than you think or your setup can allow you to, at least. And it's really going to bring out a lot of the skill of these drivers and put everyone to the test for sure. And if any of the previous races here at AOR today are any indication, it's going to put our skills to the test as well, Austin.
Oh, yes. F2, we've had a bit of technical difficulties. Mike's been going out. Disconnections everywhere. Just pure... Please don't smite us, gods. Please don't.
That'll be good.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
It's always
we
a
got
lot of
this
fun.
to a T. We got this to a T.
Easy. Done. Just, you know.
Send it.
Send it. Oh, speaking of sending.
We can send it. Formation lap.
Formation lap is underway.
Yeah, Max starting in 14th. Behind Max is Pranky, Sakhir, Z-Womp, Jonathan AI, DMW, and Altsney starting in 20th.
I don't think he actually set a lap.
No, he didn't. He actually wasn't really in the qualifying session. Where is he? Oh, he's in the. Oh, he's not even in the game. He's in the game, but if you want to hear me confused, you're hearing it right now. I believe the Alfa Romeo, the Sauber Alfa Romeo of Altsney, has had an engine issue and can't start the race. There we go. Yeah, he's got out of his car right now, and yeah, he's left the session. He's out. Bad luck from Altsney. Been struggling with that engine all weekend, and yeah, he's just gone. Terrible, terrible from the Sauber driver.
Yeah, Max KZR Racing, we're looking at him right now. He's had his penalty. He's now sitting 14th place as opposed to the top 10 that he was at before he had that collision. Not quite sure on the ramifications to that. We'll have to check that out a little bit later.
Yeah, Max definitely looking for a good start. Jump up, everybody. Let's take a look at some tires. Oh, yeah. Raven and Animus both starting on those soft tires in second and third place. They are primed to go right now. As Flaff, Sharkbait, and J-Boy actually starting on the medium tires, as well as Sakhir. Both of them looking for the reverse strategy of start out on the medium tires and finish on the faster tires. So may look at the end of the race to see some faster laps being set by them. Soft tires should last around 10 to 12 laps, and medium tires should last around 20 laps.
That's
no more.
Yeah.
But yeah, as all the drivers are lining up, put your bets in the chat on who's gonna win, and you might get a cookie.
Ooh.
I heard Dan makes really good cookies.
I heard that too.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know why, but I can't.
Fluffy Dave.
Nope, gonna have to work.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, go down 5 red lights, and we are here to go for the F1 Hype Energy AOR Round 2 here at Bahrain. They're 5 right immediately off the start. Some idiot holds them off, but look at that Haas, I believe, of Intergalactic Gentleman. He tried making a move, but there's a massive collision, and people are just cutting all over the track. We see Mund taking an interesting line, but they're all battling. Some idiot has a cruising lead, followed by the Ferraris, but it's a 3-way fight between Fluffy Dave, Mund, and Kingy AV through turn 4. But Fluffy Dave cuts ahead, and now into the S's. Fluffy Dave holds off P4 from the attacking midfield, but Mund is looking very closely on the outside for a move. We got a battle between Flaff and Sharkbait. Flaff in the Williams, Sharkbait in the Alfa Romeo. Flaff going down the inside, heading into 9 and 10. Bit of a lockup as Sharkbait 98 gets across the front of Flaff, and that is 8th for him.
Flaff just got squeezed out there a little bit. He's going to try to make a run here, run a touch outside through the sweeper section as they go through for their first lap, and it's been pandemonium throughout the whole field. A little bit of shakeups here and there, but it doesn't look like anyone is out of the race or has a whole ton of damage as some idiot comes through to lead the first lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix. ACR Raven very close, and Animus right behind him.
Yeah, right behind Animus, and is Fluffy Dave sitting in 4th, just comfortably behind him, not really pushing much, as It's Triton has actually had a bit of an issue. He's dropped 2 places. What has happened to the Haas driver? I guess he just didn't have the straight line speed, as Mikey and Z-Womp just cruise right past him. Speaking of Z-Womp, there's a bit of desync with Z-Womp. Just, his car is teleporting. No, wait, that's Triton's car is teleporting as he tries to go around the outside of Z-Womp. But Z-Womp, the biggest mover so far, 5 places from stars. That's J-Boy. No, wait, that's Pranky.
Yeah, that was Frankie right there. manages to gather it back up. That might have been a massive desync. It's hard to tell from
Yeah.
the way that he was swapping across the track. Now he's locking up. No, that actually might have been a corrective maneuver. I'm trying to keep himself in the race, but man, he dropped a ton of positions.
He did drop a lot of positions. He dropped 3, I believe. His car is shot off to the left. I don't know what actually happened. Maybe a bit of oversteer correction from turn 4, and the car just caught on it and just kept going. But if you look back at him at Max KZR Racing, he's actually dropped 3 places, especially after his 5-place grid penalty, and he's sitting down in 17th. That is something that he does not want. Let's go back to the fight for the lead with Raven, Animus, and some idiot, as he's just cruising away. But Animus and Raven, both the Ferraris on those soft tires, are not on the same strategy as him.
Yeah.
So that is something some idiot has to keep in mind.
But some idiot is going to need to open up this gap as much as he can. And with Raven and Animus kind of racing each other a little bit, and Raven locking up those front tires quite a bit, that's going to make it a touch easier for some idiot to get a bit of an interval on him. Granted, he's going to need, what would you say, 20 seconds?
The pit lane would have to be about 20, 21 seconds for some idiot
Delta,
to get that gap. He is on the super soft tires. Those are the faster tires, but he got like 8 laps to work out that magic, and he's doesn't even have a second on Raven behind him. But the main game is the end game. After their first pit stop or second pit stop, you would have to have medium tires for 20 laps, which I do not think some idiot can pull out 22 lap stint on these medium tires unless he goes for 8 laps on these super softs, which I've never seen before.
I don't think I've ever seen that either. Not on the super soft. Softs for sure.
He's pulling away from the 2 Ferraris, but the Ferraris are in prime position. I believe they're just sitting on each other, just being good teammates right now.
No, they aren't. They're just sitting.
Yeah, they're
not doing anything. They're literally just drafting each other. Animus is gaining speed off of Raven. He's actually backing off.
No, he's going down the inside. Commentator's curse, they're actually fighting, but it's no ding-dong fight. This is just a calm overtake. They're probably on the radios with each other. Yep. The pit laws. We see the background of, I believe that's Kingy. Yes, it was. He made a really impressive move on Heineken around the outside to retain his position. Great move by, as we were watching this little comp fest, we got a battle for 6 going on with Flaff and Heineken battling with Kingy as they're heading through the S's. Actually, Flaff.
That's not a good spot. There's a spin.
There's Heineken. He's spun around by Flaff. He's saved his car from any damage. I believe so. Is there any damage on that front wing? No, there isn't. That's definitely not helping his tires. But Flaff just... Oh, Flaff. That was dirty.
The broadcast camera wanted to be in the car for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, no, I don't know exactly what was going on there. I think Heineken might have let off the gas a bit while he was trying to get through that sector of corners. And Flaff kind of nowhere to go. I mean, he was following him fairly closely. Didn't leave a whole ton of room. Of course, there also might be a touch of desync. It's hard to tell.
A touch of desync, touch of other stuff, but there might have been team orders in Ferrari right there. According to everyone, but it was a straight drafting night. They were just sitting each other like they are doing right now. There's no overtake going to happen right here. Both of them are just racing at the same pace as they're closing. Oh no, that was team orders. Because they've closed that gap up to some idiot on those soft tires.
Animus out there with the possibly fresher tires. Raven was locking him up a little bit earlier, and he has slightly less fuel too. So if Animus can drag Raven along, there you go. But all they really need to do is hold the gap. They have the harder compound tires on right now.
Yeah, but some idiot losing time to Animus and Raven, so Ferrari pulling that masterstroke strategy. Something I thought I would... Oh yeah, a lot of lockup. Something I thought I would never say today. Ferrari master strategy with the team orders. Just... Yeah. But this bet is about going for first. Once again, this is like a repeat of Australia. Hopefully we don't have the same result with both the Ferraris taking each other out.
Oh, that was
as
brutal.
Max gets another time penalty. He's not having any good race. He's gone into the pits actually for soft tires.
You know, this is one of those tracks where you don't want any penalties at all because the cars are usually so close, and trying to push the car to get anywhere near a time penalty to just make up for it, it becomes such a chore because of the change of direction. It just eats tires alive. It'll eat fuel alive, and oh, God, just keep it on the track, man.
Yeah, some idiot getting some pressure from Animus and Raven as he continues his driving from the start on these old super soft tires, as the soft tires are just chewing him up for both Ferraris. As a bit of a lockup again, not doing any of those tires justice, or not really just saving them at all, or he's just another big lockup from him.
Dang.
Animus actually had to go a bit offline to avoid him, taking a little bit of cautionary driving in a race. That's something
There's
not
the
seen
DRS.
as. Oh yeah, the DRS. It's just a drag race on the back straight. It's a 3-race fight at the front, but not in strategy.
No.
Since second and third are both on the soft tires, as some idiot is on those super soft tires. We got a yellow flag. I believe that's Pranky. Yes, it is. He's off the track again. The S's going into turn 8. He's just shot off the track. No damage on that Force India, though, as he sits in 18th. Nope, there's damage. No detail on those wings. He's actually lost a lot of...
Triton with a 3-second time penalty as well.
What has happened? I want to see this.
Oh, we got a pass for the lead. Some idiot managing to hold off Animus. Animus did kind of show him the nose a little bit, but some idiot just put the pedal down. Now Animus on the outside. It's going to be a split.
Three-way fight again. Oh, in turn 4, some idiot on the inside, but he's losing control, going a bit oversteering as Animus slides it through it on the outside, as also Raven gets the overtake as well. He snuck past some idiot under his nose around the out. Yeah, he did cut around the inside after the outside of 5 and 6. And both Ferraris have gotten into the lead after some idiot who's definitely going to be looking into pit. But yeah, Ferraris on those soft tires. It's going to be a 1-2 battle between them, I believe so, unless something drastic happens between these two. Yeah, I believe that incident with Pranky, though, I believe that was a driver error, since in the race director, it does not show any contact with any other driver.
Must have just went off the track at some point.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he
Very
just
weird.
got a bit of oversteer and shot it off. As Raven and Animus drafting on the inside wall. Raven going around the outside of Animus. They're racing for the lead, and some idiot stays out on the 7-lap old soft. Ooh. Oh, he got his nose up in there. He is on those old 7-lap super soft tires. He's got to keep those tires in check. They're losing the pace right now, but he does not want to puncture in this section of... You don't want to puncture anywhere, honestly.
Uh-oh, Mikey got a time penalty as well. 7th place.
Yeah. As we start seeing cars head into the pits, that's Heineken and Triton. Heineken started, I believe, on those super soft tires, and he's going onto the mediums, as Triton is just crossed the pit line, actually, and he heads onto those soft tires. So pit stops already underway here in Bahrain. Oh, no, what just happened to
Triton's out.
Triton?
I don't know. He just left.
Need DNF'd. We're going on board with Max. He's retired in the pit box. Where's his lagged car coming out of the pit lane? What has happened there? That is very strange. As somebody is heading into the pit box, that is a very interesting I guess the Haas Triton just did not feel it today and decided to retire. Maybe they had a little bit of a mess up in the pits, but Fluffy Dave and Some Idiot both in the pits right now. As Some Idiot's being held up by Fluffy Dave. That's not helping him at all. Both of them go onto the medium tire, so they're going for the 20-lap medium tire. Oh, wait. It's showing as Some Idiot's still on the Super Softs.
That doesn't make sense. What in the world?
Well, as
No, he's on mediums. Server says
he's
mediums.
on mediums, but it's showing Super Softs. What in the wide world of sports is going on in that Williams pit crew?
I think you are glitched out because it's medium on my side.
Okay, never mind. I'm colorblind then.
No, I think I've seen that happen before. So no, you're fine. It's just
we're good.
Server is saying medium, so you're good, or Some Idiot is good, if you will. But he comes out in 6th place. Got a bit of a drive ahead of him. Yeah, he could do it.
He's got a bit of a gap. 6 seconds to the car ahead of him. Good gap to have between in front and behind you if you're wanting to keep those tires in check and just cruise on those medium tires, because they are the top medium tire runners right now, as Animus and Raven both just separate to different parts of the track. I guess Ferrari's just not wanting their two cars to be tandem like that. It's a big lockup from Raven, showing exactly why they don't want them close to each other if they don't want a repeat of Australia. So we see, Animus has left the session.
Oh, that's a lag. That's a lag lead.
Yeah. He's joined back in, so he might, he's back in his car.
That's really weird.
That is really weird. I guess that is how you would say a reverse team orders right there, just by internet. As Raven has inherited the league and gave both Animus and, there's Animus. He's joined back in. As Raven and Animus are just cruising in the lead, both in clean air. Great areas to control your tires all the way to the end and looking for a comfortable 1-2. But someone who's not looking for a comfortable 1-2 is Flaff and Sharkbait 98. They're going at it on the back straight. They're both the same side, but they are on the front straight, as Sharkbait taking a very interesting line on the inside of that corner, actually hopping underneath the curbs as he's trying to chase down the Williams of Flaff, who's sitting in 3rd. Very interesting strategies. Also, Kingy AV chasing down Fluffy Dave in the battle for 7th right now. He's sitting just half a second behind him. Fluffy Dave on the medium tires. Kingy on those fresh soft tires. So Kingy will have the pace on Fluffy Dave, and this should be a battle right now very soon. Look for it on the front. Yeah, it's going to happen on the front straight, as Z3 Mikey heading into the pits after 10 laps on these soft tires. Now, that is where these soft tires should head into the pits right now. 10 laps on, so expect some pit lane chaos, as I would like to say.
This is where Some Idiot needed to be patient, because the 4 drivers in front of him are on soft tires, and they should be heading to the pits here very shortly. Both Raven, Animus, Flaff, and Sharkbait are on 10 laps here.
Sector 1. That's J-Boy. Yep, J-Boy is off. He's lost his front wing. Both Force Indias having a bit of an issue, as J-Boy got into the rear of Z-Womp maybe and lost his front wing, as Heineken makes easy move of that, just dives down the inside, and J-Boy just getting out of the way. But Some Idiot is 26 seconds down from the leader after his pit stop, so he will not be in the lead if they go into the pits right now. And actually, Raven is continuing on, but Animus is the first one to go into the pits of the Ferraris.
Watching Animus in the pits right now, looks like he's going to softs. 2 tires.
Yes, he's staying. Oh, this is a 2-stop going on. He's going to go soft, super softs. He doesn't even want to risk the medium blown tire warning. And he's just going to go directly onto the Supersofts as some idiot is coming, as he comes right ahead of some idiot. His pace on that stint wasn't the best after some idiot went into the pits, and he's going to go down the insides. They're having a little bit of drag race. No, he sets himself right back in there. He knew what he wanted to do, and he didn't want to have a battle and risk those tires, but I think he's going for a 2-stop.
I think so too. An interesting thought, though. You know, you don't want to try to run those medium tires all the way through the rest of the race, and some idiot definitely has his work cut out for him, but this would allow Animus and Raven to kind of just go full bore, free reign on whatever pace they want to run, as long as they don't fry the tires up too much. Still, I don't know. It's just going to come down to some idiot and how he's able to save those fronts, and if he's a little bit easier on the gas too.
If Animus and Raven both want to stay ahead of some idiot, they'll have to pit around lap 23 and then head on to the super soft tires. But there is that but. They would have to have a 20-second gap to some idiot on those medium tires or any car behind them, as the leaders right now have all gone into the pits. As actually Raven is going on to the medium tires. Ferrari pulling out both strategies, the 1-stop and the 2-stop. They're going to try to guarantee themselves a win today by using both strategies, as Animus is around the outside of the track, giving room for his team. And we're going to see team orders here since Animus is on the faster tires. I believe they're giving that message to Raven right now and expect a move
there's the
down the inside. Yep, no move there, a little tiny lockup, but that is the move for the lead, as some idiot is just way behind him on the medium tires of those old 4 laps compared to the fresh for Raven. So some idiot just gonna have to sit there in third and just honestly manage his tires and just wish for something. And now Animus is going to have to try to pull out a 20-second lead to his teammate, who I bet is just going to try to hold off some idiot and maybe hold him back as they go on this 12-lap stint for the 2-stoppers.
Gonna have to figure out what exactly Raven is gonna do, because he does have the medium tires on. Could be,
he's holding him. He's got
to hold him back, right? I mean, there's no other reason to do that.
That time, he was losing time on the straight. He's definitely holding up that Williams of some idiot, keeping him back behind him, or just giving himself to keep those tires in check. But I believe Animus is on full bore, Raven's on full defense, and somebody is just on full tire conservation.
We got another fastest lap here by Animus, a 129.6 on those soft tires. So he's already going faster than he did when he had the other set of tires, as Raven locks it up there going into turn 1.
Yes, hopefully everyone keeps it clean, as we have a few people wishing for a safety car. As Mund goes down the inside but overcooks it, as Flaff gets the overtake on Mund coming through turn 2, but Mund diving down the inside, and so does Flaff, as they're going to be drag race through turn 4. Mund on the soft tires are around the outside, but no, they tap wheels. They bang wheels, and Flaff keeps it ahead. It's Williams versus Mercedes, both powered by Mercedes engines, but Flaff staying ahead of Mund, and he is not happy about that. He is on those fresh soft tires, but he cannot keep doing this if he wants to.
Oh, big lock up there,
Mud. That is not good for Mund right there. Those tires are on 7 laps, so he must have started on super sauce and just hit extremely early to be on 7-lap old softs right now.
That right there is one of the dangers of this track. Once you get past, you kind of have to be patient, work your way up again. Don't necessarily attack in the next corner. The next corner is probably going to be a massive braking zone where you don't want to lock up those tires. Mud did that exact thing, the one thing you don't want to do, and that's overcook any of your tires.
Yeah, speaking of being patient, look at Sakhir. He started down on the medium tires and he's worked his way up to P10 on them. So he's definitely showing tire wear does have pace later in this race. As where did he start? Sakhir moved up 6 places from 16th place, and he's sitting on those medium tires as he's just cruising on right now, pulling away from Intergalactic Gentleman and just on the way to a pretty solid points position after that DNF in Australia.
Yeah, that was a rough DNF too. He's definitely showing a whole ton more improvement here as he makes his way around the Sakhir International Circuit.
Oh, Jonathan AI on those soft tires are 14 laps old. Those are overextending the tire, buddy. You're going to have to come into the pits. So that's someone to watch out for. I'll keep my eye on Jonathan as you go around the circuit. If he... Oh, we got a yellow flag at sector 2 and 3.
Raven with a time penalty.
Oh, what? Has it happened again? No, it didn't. I guess he just pulled off the track for a bit. But I'll keep my eye on Jonathan if anything happens to those tires, because those tires are not designed to go that long. Another yellow flag at sector 3.
We're watching Raven. He did get a time penalty. Don't know exactly why. He has been kind of all over the track. He does like to push the limits a touch, especially with the way he locks up the tires and things like that. But it's allowed Animus to gain one heck of a lead, just about 3 seconds.
Yeah. As Jonathan is still pushing his car around on these very fragile soft tires. I don't think we're going to see anything from him as it's just a straight and a corner left, but I've seen some strange things happen. He's staying out. What? Jonathan AI, 15 laps on these soft tires. What is going on?
I have no idea. He is... Let's go ahead and take a look at him.
Oh, there goes the tire. There it goes. He just blew it. Tire's off. Nope, tire's still on, but he just lost control as he just spun around in that opening corner. Very odd to see what this McLaren's doing. As we got a yellow flag at sector 2. What is causing that? It's Sakhir locking up. Goes around. Almost hooks Intergalactic Gentleman, but I don't think that's what caused the yellow flag. As Animus actually sets the fastest lap.
Can we just mention that Sakhir's car looks absolutely stunning under the lights?
Oh yeah, that Toro Rosso is beautiful.
Nice.
If there was a car I would kiss that car. Preferably when it's not on.
Well, why not?
Well, the heat.
Well, that's why you kiss the nose.
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
You know, let's just get off the topic of kissing cars and on the back topic of racing. Speaking of racing, Fluffy David, King AV. Yeah, they're getting really close to each other. May actually have a move. As I said, that gap goes down over a second. So,
there.
Oh, there goes Jonathan. He finally goes into the pits. Didn't want to test out 16 laps. Probably going for that easy street. Would you kiss the Toro Rosso drivers too?
Yes.
His words, not mine.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Right on the cheek.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, man.
As
manly
Sharkbait and Mund, very close to Mund. As Sharkbait looking for a move for P7. This commentary is so better, this guys. Sharkbait looking for the inside. We got a yellow flag in sector 1. That is Jonathan. Jonathan again. He's in the grass. Comes fresh out of the pits into a battle as King AV heads into the pits as Mund and Sharkbait battling into turn 1. We got another yellow flag happening in turn 1. What is with turn 1, guys? It's not that hard. Just hit the brakes.
Jonathan AI has actually dropped all the way down to 17th place. Some idiot, your pole sitter, gets a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that is disastrous for somebody as he has a big lockup. goes wide over the curbs, has to slow down completely as Fluffy Dave is gaining a lot of time on the Williams. As he starts to close down, we got a yellow flag at Sector 2. What's with all these yellow flags popping out of nowhere? But that battle for 6th place right now. Oh, we got Kingy. We got a yellow. Oh, wait. That is Jonathan on the inside of Sharkbait and Mund as they're having that battle. Johnny, he's being lapped. F1 cars have brakes. Yes, they do. They sometimes work.
No, all
Unless
they do
you're
is they don't have brakes per se. They just have flaps. Just flap them down, and that slows it down. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, see, no brakes. They also don't drive with hands.
We should get up. Oh, we're having a race into the pits as Mund's heading into the pits, but Sharkbait was racing him into the pits, and then he realized he's on medium tires, 6 laps on these buddies.
Uh-oh.
And he just flies immediately out.
Hello?
What?
What in the world?
What just happened?
Bud went into the pits, but he didn't do anything. He just sat there.
Well then, that is something to look at if you're a Mercedes pit entry. So we should see what's gonna happen next for Mund. But he comes out on the soft tires, going for that 2-stop. Speaking of that 2-stop, let's check back on Animus with those 7-lap old soft tires. He's got a 3-second gap back to Raven, but a 6-second gap back to some idiot. 10 laps on these medium tires with Raven with 6 laps on his as he is sitting comfortably in 2nd place.
Fluffy Dave is also back there with mediums. Animus into the pits.
Animus into the pits. Oh, he's going for another pair of soft tires. He's going for the 10-lap softs. No, he's going for the mediums.
Yeah, got to change the
That's
compound.
right. He started on the Yeah, he started on the soft tires.
Yes,
so
he did, yeah.
he has to actually change his front wing. Did he have front wing damage that entire
I
time?
don't think so, but it's possible. I have to switch
Yeah,
away from him.
both the mechanics had to change that front wing, and
I had to switch away from him so we don't get the pit bug. But we're looking at Fluffy Dave right now, who's also on 11 laps on his mediums, probably following the same sort of setup that some idiot is following at the moment. But they both find themselves in 2nd and 3rd place, so not bad.
yes, Animus coming out in 6th place on those medium tires, completely just overshooting the strategy as that I was going for with the soft, super softs. He went for a soft, medium.
Don't think the super softs can last 9 laps.
Yeah, they can't. He had to extend those soft tires a few more laps. He was on 10 laps of them, so he would have been on pace to do it. Just had to go 13 laps on the soft tires. So
I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he just didn't feel comfortable, or he ran out of tire allocation. One or the other.
Tire allocation, yes, because he was using some super soft tires, but I think it was just using the soft tires in quality, and I
don't know.
Something to ask him after this race.
We're gonna have to ask him for sure. But ACR Raven finds himself in the lead now.
Yes, he does. Raven inheriting the lead. J-Boy heads into the pits right behind him, but we got a no. I was gonna say we were gonna have a battle for points right now, but Sakhir dives into the pit lane and comes out in 12th on those fresh soft tires. So everyone getting onto their final stint if they're doing a 2-stop, 1-stop, 3-stop, minus 27 stop, or stop. As strategies are just all over the place here in Bahrain tonight. But Raven having a very comfortable lead here in 1st place. Has to deal with a little bit of lap traffic. Actually, no, he doesn't. That was Animus's car that was with.
Does have to deal with a touch of lap traffic, but
yeah, it was.
Too bad.
It just looked like a lot.
Then you have some idiot coming up here in 2nd place, looking very stable still on those 12-lap old tires now. He's definitely going to make it to the end. He has kind of held back a little bit, though, huh?
Yeah, he's known for his long life of tires, and Fluffy Dave, this may be his first podium in the NA League. It's second race, so there's only been 3 podiums, and if you could guess them right, it's both of the Ferraris of some idiot. The guys that have been in front of this race all the time, but Fluffy Dave looking to put a wrench in that tradition as that lapped car just gets out of the way. On somebody, but a very aggressive move for that lapped car, right? To get out of the way is the only battle on track there. Going 2 cars close to each other are a few lapped cars, and Jonathan AI and J-Boy down in P16, so we can look at, no wait.
Look at those guys. Yeah,
J-Boy's actually disconnected. That's a ghost car.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah, that's either J-Boy's in the pause menu or he's just disconnected, and we just didn't see it. As Mund improves his time, heading into P7. As let's go look at the position change.
D3 Mikey actually. Oh, he went into the pits. Okay, so
yeah,
that's gonna promote Animus and Heineken
up to P8 and 9th.
Going the wrong way. But
yeah, the biggest improvements are in P4 and 5 between Flap and Sharkbait. Yeah, actually, Flap's got a raging Heineken, I believe, is behind him.
Oh.
No, that's not Heineken behind. That's another Red Bull. That's Max behind him.
Sharkbait? What are you looking at?
Hoo-ha. I'm looking at Flap. Sharkbait is in 5th.
Behind him, yeah.
But yeah, Sharkbait and Flap sitting in 4th and 5th. Both of them increased 6 places from where they started. Flap started in P10. Sharkbait just outside the points. Both of them having really good races so far with 6 laps to go here under the desert. Under the lights in the desert.
And some idiot, though, has found himself in 2nd place. I do kind of wonder how ACR Raven is doing on the current set of mediums that he has. And of course, some idiot has 14 laps on his. I mean, we know he can make it. It's just a matter of actually going for the lead. I don't know.
He's just doing peachy Raven. He's got those fresh lap of tires. The risk zone is lap 20. You don't want to have 20 laps on these tires. 19, 20 laps. Oh my goodness. They're talking. Chat. You're doing it again.
Fine.
They're going at it again.
It's fine.
It's fine, but 1st through 12, all on the lead lap. The next one up is Sakhir for Raven as he is on the front straight, but Raven's got 10 laps on these tires. The danger zone of a medium tire is around 17th or 20. Anything past 18 is just like...
You're pushing it hard.
You're kind of pushing the boundaries, and you're rolling the dice, as some might say, and maybe roll the 20 as Raven, big lockup heading into turn 1. That is not good for his tires, as some idiot is still chasing after him. It's actually improving his time from that lockup, as I say that. So some idiot, I guess, waiting and trying to think of a strategy, or just pushing for P2, as Fluffy Dave is also pushing for P3.
Yeah.
As he sits comfortably in 3rd, as Animus is in 8th. Actually,
he had that weird pit stop, remember?
Oh, he actually did another pit stop.
Yeah, no, he switched off, went to the super softs. I honestly, I'm wondering if he just chose the wrong tire.
I think he did. That is 3 pit stops from Strategy to Ferrari. Strategy to Ferrari. Do you read?
No.
No.
As they tap the microphone and try to bang the radio against the desk. Obviously, Animus is not picking something up because there is a definite miscommunication there. But he's on the super softs now.
Yeah, he is on the super softs now. 2 laps on them. Actually, 3 laps on them. I'm surprised I did not catch that when he did. I guess we were looking at the pits and it just kind of happened, and we were just distracted by something else. But immediately after 1 lap on those mediums, or 2 laps on those mediums, he went into the pits for the soft tires. But I'm going to be honest. I'll be very surprised if these super softs make it to the end because they don't last 9 laps. Well, their pace lasts for 6 laps, but they don't physically last for 9 laps. So that is going to be something to look at, and he might make a very rare, the unheard of 4-stop strategy. As Curtis, what do you think of the current situation from the strategy?
Dude, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. Here's the thing. So you have Fluffy Dave and Some Idiot are both. They're on the mediums. They've been on the mediums for 16 laps each. Some Idiot still quite fast. Raven sitting there 12 laps on medium. So I think the top 3 is basically locked in. It'll come down to if Flaff can actually pick up
5 seconds.
5 seconds in the next 4 laps. It'll be tough unless Fluffy Dave makes a mistake on those aging mediums. Don't really see that changing too much. But I can tell you this, Animus sitting on super softs, and as far back as he is, he might be able to pick up 1 position.
He is closing in
2?
on Mund right in front of him, but honestly, he's 20 seconds behind 6th place.
Yeah, he's not going to make it there, unfortunately.
I don't think he's going to have the tire life to make it to the end of this race. So, and I think he realizes that is just going for the fastest lap right now and try to pick up as many places, as this might be another strategy lapse from Ferrari or something incredible to happen at the end. We might be seeing some tire issues from Ferrari start to peek their head out, as he might has to go on to some older tires to finish off this race, or he's going to try to do the impossible and avoid a 4-stop, or try to do the 4-stop and make memes happen.
Make memes happen. I mean, who knows? I mean, nobody can read his mind. We honestly have no idea. But I can tell you this, the interesting guys, at least for me, are the guys in 6th and 7th place, Kingy and Mud. They're on some aging soft tires at the moment.
Those can make it to the end. There's 3 laps left.
They can make it to the end with only 3 laps left, but they're getting to the edge of their life for sure, and we don't know exactly how much they've locked up, how much those tires have been used. Especially as we just watched Mud.
As Animus, Animus seeing that smoke is like a call to battle as he's charging up there. As the game gives us a really weird camera angle. So we got a yellow flag at sector 1 and 2. I don't want to look away from that. We'll find out what happened over there. But Animus cruising behind Mund, trying to go around, trying to find a bit of open air around that Mercedes. Probably going to try to do something on the straight as he gains inches in every corner, just inches of feet and miles, because we're American, we're using these terms. As he's sitting in that slipstream, he's actually weaving around.
Well, yeah, gotta break the fold there. Don't want him slipstreaming too much.
Yeah,
DRS.
Animus opens up DRS, sitting in that slipstream, going to dive down the inside or maybe the outside, depending on where Mund defends. Mund's going down the inside. Animus shoots down the inside. And then now it's a breaking battle. Huge lockup from Animus. He hits him.
I think there was a bit of a tap there. Yeah, it was kind of tough to tell. The desync on my side was strong for sure, but Mud goes down a position to 8th place. A well-fought battle, I'd have to say, but Animus on the super softs, just a little bit too much for him.
Yeah, Animus is back right wheel slammed into Mund's front wing. I do not see any damage on that Mercedes, so he should be good damage-wise, as Animus, that is not helping his tire life as he enters lap 6 on those tires.
Trying to see if Animus is sliding around a little bit on the rear end, but it looks pretty stable right now. We're on board with him at the moment. Yeah, no, he looks like he's good. He doesn't seem to have a puncture. He's getting a little slidey, but I think that's more of his right foot more than the car itself.
Yeah, it might just be a very excited right foot. All these cars with the downforce they have, they're all planted to the ground. It's just all power to guts ratio on the amount of grip you would have on all of these tires. As Raven, with 2 laps to go, sitting pretty with 15 laps of tires, but it's now time to look at Some Idiot and Fluffy Dave. Tire wear is what they are looking for. You do not want these tires going out with 2 laps or 1 lap to go on the last lap. Anytime, as Some Idiot, 19 laps on these tires, had a very refreshing race. Didn't really attempt too many crazy battles, but Fluffy Dave, we are unsure as we got a yellow flag in Sector 2 and 3.
There's just a lot of cars slowing down to let the leaders through more than anything else. That's all it is.
Yes, there are. It's all courtesy and blue flags. The pace from these top guys have just been mental, as Sakhir and Gentleman are having a battle for 11th place right now. Down the front straight, Sakhir opens up. DRS is sliding behind Animus. No, not Animus. Sliding behind Gentleman, as he's just braking early and just getting as close as he can to the Haas driver.
Got to talk about Raven on the last lap here. Has ran a brilliant race. A little bit of help from Animus, but once Animus was kind of out of the picture in his pit stop mistake, Raven just took the reins and ran away with it.
Yeah, Raven, the Ferrari strategy of qualifying on the soft tire really paid off for them, and especially after Animus had that little bit of team order disconnect. It really helped out Raven, as he's just had a very relaxing lead today. But Ferrari still looking for that 1-2, some might say, as Animus is down in 7th right now, just ahead of Mund as he enters the final lap on these super soft tires.
Raven coming through here, turn 13. Out onto the last long straightaway here at Bahrain. GP in the waning moments. Raven just keeping it clean, doing his best through 14 and 15. It's pedal down.
He starts weaving across track. He goes down to the Mercedes pit box, raises the hand of victory as he takes first here in Bahrain.
A fantastic race all over the place here. Tons of action, and Raven doing a great job of making sure he stayed out of it, made sure his nose was clean, and just put Some Idiot behind him.
Also, coming across the line right now, taking his debut podium in round 2. It's the reserve driver for Renault, Fluffy Dave.
Fantastic drive. We mentioned earlier in, I believe it was qualifying, we were talking about him quite a bit. Smooth driver, doing a great job of making sure to stay also out of trouble.
Animus and Mud, they're going to have a drag race. Animus and Mud go down. This is the battle for 7th. Mud going down the inside. Animus doesn't have the tire life. There's going to be a drag race photo finish across the line. It's going to be Mud who gets it. Animus did have a time penalty. He was all over the track and just struggling with tires. He did not have we didn't have a puncture.
No puncture.
I think this is the first AOR race today where someone did not have a puncture.
Yeah, there was no puncture. The racing itself was fairly clean. There was some bumping and banging here and there, some wheel bangs, but especially at the start. But really, generally, a fairly clean race. I don't think a lot of people realize just how clean this race was.
Yeah, it was a very clean race from everyone here today. Not a lot of incidents, besides some Force Indias and Flaff having a few incidents. Also Max, but huge congratulations to Raven as he gets the win here in the desert under the lights as he stands on top of the podium and raises a fist in victory. Huge congratulations to Ferrari. They had a brilliant strategy. Well, one side of the garage, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, I was about to say. slight execution error there in the Ferrari pits, but that allowed two other fantastic drivers to get up on the podium, and well-deserved all around. Everybody done a fantastic job of making sure that they kept it clean, kept it cool. Honestly, it was just a fantastic race here in Bahrain. I can't really say much more than that, other than I have to.
Well done.
I have to admit, I expected bumping and banging and some well, some actually full-blown crashes. But no.
You're expecting the wrong type of racing, buddy. This is F1.
No, you know what I'm expecting? NASCAR.
I know what you... Yeah, we're expecting the other American... What? Wait, this is the F1?
What?
What? This is the American League?
We know how to race?
What?
Oh my goodness.
Stock cars? What? 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 Well, congratulations. As here are your results. It's Raven finishing first, followed by Some Idiot, Fluffy Dave in third, Flat finishing in fourth, followed by Sharkbait98, Kingy AV, Mund, Animus, Z3 Mikey, Heineken, Intergalactic Gamer.
Sakhir?
You all.
Oh, we're losing him.
You've pushed me into a different commentary box.
I didn't do anything.
I was moved to a different commentary box.
Not my fault. That's right, everyone. I want to thank you, everyone, for coming on out this evening and spending some time here at AOR. This is going to pretty much wrap up the day for AOR all around.
Another great day for AOR right now. I'm going to hop into the American League chat. You talk to everyone. I'm going to see if I can get Raven, Some Idiot, and Fluffy Dave into the press conference room.
I'm hearing secrets told before from secondhand lovers addicted, and they say run as fast as you can like a gun. A silhouette.
And we're back here. It looks like we got some drivers to say hello to.
Yeah, we have the entire podium with us today. Finishing first, it's Raven. Finishing second, 78, and finishing third, Fluffy Dave. All right, we have some questions for Raven right now. Raven, you had a really easy race with your teammate, and you just qualifying on the soft tires and going directly onto the mediums. Your teammate had a bit of a strategy lapse. Was there a bit of a team orders type overtaking going on between you two?
I wish there was, but no. I think he just had some connection problems and dropped out. And unfortunately, the pit crew, typical Ferrari strategist, I guess, decided to put him on softs, even though he already used them in the first stint. So yeah, that compromised his race. But still, though, you say it was an easy win. I actually did have to push pretty much every lap. So some idiot definitely kept me honest there in the end.
All right. Speaking of Some Idiot, you qualified on a blistering pole lap. Congrats on that. You were just pushing throughout. How hard were you pushing, and how hard were you managing tires? Like, what percentage was pushed to conserve were you on?
First couple laps was all out, trying to see if I could break DRS. And once I realized they were saving tires, I pretty much had an oh hell moment and started saving more tires. I think it was about 100% first couple laps, maybe not 100%, maybe around 90. Second half was just trying to keep the tires on it and wasn't 100% successful with that. You mind if I ask a question first?
Of course.
Did you get the incident between me and the Red Bull? I really hope you did.
We'll have to go back and look.
Because I couldn't record it because I was having screen tearing issues, and he basically forced me off track when I was trying to lap him, and I got a time penalty because I cut the track because I was trying to avoid him, even though I went deep, trying to avoid losing my front wing. So I really hope you caught that because I want to report it.
We'll have to look at that. Not sure exactly. We do have an
Or
update
the stewards will have it
on Animus actually. When he got DC'd, it changed the pit strategy in game. That's what messed him up.
Yeah, and then he just had a bit of collisions with a few back markers. So that's a wall of shame for whoever those back markers are. But speaking of somebody who's not all a wall of shame, but a wall of pride right now, as a reserve driver, he doesn't have a full-time seat in this series. He gets a podium, ladies and gentlemen, finishing third. It's Fluffy Dave for Renault.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me here.
The
Glad to have you here.
the chat was loving you. Apparently, you are the fluffiest Dave.
Oh, thank you, Chad.
Ooh.
The most fluffy Dave.
But anyways, the drive looked pretty good. Kept to the strategy that you had going, and was generally nonchalant, at least on our end. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a clean race overall. Very happy with the podium. I will consider the fact that I am a little lucky due to the unfortunate events that happened to Animus. But had some nice battles. I knew we weren't on the same strategy. With it was, I think, Kinji AV, but it was still great to just go wheel to wheel with somebody. And coming into the race, I expected to fight with its Triton, just like in Australia. But I'm not sure what happened to him at the start. He just fade away to the rear. So I don't know if you guys can give me a little bit on that.
Yeah, it looked like he got a little bit of a bad start and got jumbled up in the process in turn one.
Yeah, there were some cars that had a bit of front wing damage in that opening stint as we were joined in the commentary box by AOR owner Dan Hawkins.
I believe that is Ninja Dan Hawkins.
Hi guys.
Oh no, he's gonna say something. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Be good. We're working.
No, you guys carry on. I'll speak at the end. That's cool.
But yeah,
All right.
Dave, you did a fantastic job. It's good to see you have the result that you did. It was brilliant. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congrats to all three of you for another podium that's podiums and wins for both of you, as I believe Raven and somebody, I believe you two are tied for the championship, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, you are.
They
So
tied
going
Ray
in
Pickett with Ferrari, your national assistant.
All right. Well, heading into China, it should be very interesting, as it's going to be the tiebreaker currently between Summit and Raven. Join us next week. Anything you'd like to say, Ninja, before we head off?
I do, actually. This stream brought to you by Stream Deck. The camera ops were all operated on a Stream Deck tonight. It'll take a little bit more tweaking, but I think I got it.
Wow. That is very impressive. And just to interrupt you there, sorry, Ninja. Just want to say a massive shout out to all the guys that have supported AOR and getting it to where it is right now. Without the American League, we wouldn't be over in America, and it's a great step forward for AOR and to help everyone in America become part of AOR. So thank you very much, guys, from the bottom of our hearts. Over to you guys. Great stream. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Really appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and call it an evening. Thank you for joining us here at AOR. We'll see you in China next week. Good night.
Y'all have a good American night, Australian morning, and European. Go to bed if you're in Europe.
Of the night? Yeah.